Hello, guys, welcome back to episode 4 of Deon Does Research. Today we are talking about psychology. So, this research paper is Justify True Belief Knowledge. So, what does this research paper discuss about exactly? So, whatever you believe, whatever you think is true. Is it true? Who knows? But if it is true, is it through luck, coincidence, or is it actually true? That's what this newspaper talks about. This research paper talks about. The first thing is justified true belief knowledge, also known as JBT, actually true? Written by Edmund Gettier, which is a very famous 2.5 page article that changed modern epistemology. What is epistemology? Epistemology is the theory of knowledge, especially with regard to its methods, validity, and scope, and the distinction between justified belief and opinion. So it's a distinction between justified belief and opinion. Is it actually justifiable? Is it actually true? Or is it just an opinion? So Gettier says most philosophers accepted a traditional belief definition of knowledge traced back to Plato. That if it's true, i- then it's knowledge, which is actually not true at all. It's only knowledge when it's actually justified, and the justifying process is done through four processes. There should be no luck condition, causal theory, which means it's actual fact that makes it true, like science. Earth revolves around the sun. Reliabilisms. So, reliabilism, you know something if your belief comes from reliable processes like perception, memory, eyes, views, logic, usually produced through true beliefs. Defeasibility theory, you know something only if there's no hidden fact that could defeat your justification. So, for example, Gettier has given us two examples: Smith and the job. Smith and Jones apply for a job. Smith hears from the company boss, Jones will get the job. Smith also saw Jones has 10 coins in his pocket. So Smith thinks the man who will get the job has 10 coins in the pocket. So Smith has this belief that if you have 10 coins in the pocket, you will get the job. The man who will get the job has 10 coins in his pocket. He has evidence for that and seems logical. He thinks he has evidence that whoever will get the job will have 10 coins in his pocket. The surprise twist was that Smith himself got the job. And Smith was astonished. Smith thought whatever about the 10 coins was totally fake and it's not true. But by coincidence, Smith has had 10 coins in his pockets and he did not know about it. So he denied that evidence that you need to have 10 coins in the pocket. But coincidentally, he had 10 coins in the pocket and he denied that evidence. So basically, it means that sometimes it might be true what you thought earlier, which you denied, but coincidentally, it was true. Coincidentally. So make sure you justify your knowledge. Do not have any of this fake knowledge that you know 10 coins in the pocket does not give you a job. This is a fake knowledge which was created in your head. At the same time, Gettier gives the case too. Smith, Jones, and Brown, three guys, three characters. Smith believes Jones owns a Ferrari, mostly because let's assume he's always seen Jones driving a Ferrari. In this case, Ford, sorry. So the mostly Smith believes Jones owns a Ford. Then Smith just randomly says either Jones owns a Ford or Brown is in Barcelona. He just randomly says, and someone says that statement is true. But in Smith's knowledge, he thinks that statement is true because Jones owns a Ford. But in reality, Jones does not own a Ford. He just rented the Ford. And coincidentally, Brown was in Barcelona. So his knowledge was that owns a Ferrari and Brown is not in Barcelona. It was just a random statement. He thought, oh, either Jones owns a Ferrari or Brown is in Barcelona. Like a sarcastic statement. But Jones actually did not own a Ferrari. In this case, Ford again, I'm sorry. Brown was in Barcelona. And the statement was came out to be true. But Smith has had it in his mind that Jones owns a Ford. But in reality, he does not. It's a rental. So make sure whatever you believe, whatever knowledge you build in your head is actually justified. How do we justify these statements? Getty's message was just that have a justified true belief. Isn't enough for knowledge? So you need to have more than justified true belief. Okay? Like if you think, oh, this is justified because I got a I Jones did not get a job because he had 10 coins in the pocket, but I got a job. And I don't even know if I have 10 coins in the pocket. You need much more than that to verify your knowledge. And how do we verify it? In the modern world, there's one more example. For example, the clock that says 12, you believe it's 12 o'clock, but it is 12 o'clock. But at the same time, the clock stopped 24 hours ago. So the clock is stopped, but you still believe it's 12 o'clock because of the clock. But in reality, the clock stopped 24 hours ago. True, justified, but you don't really know it. You were right by coincidence. It was just a coincidence and you were right. Happens to all of us. Make sure this knowledge does not happen like that anymore. Last, how do we justify our knowledge? There should be a no luck condition. Knowledge is equal to justify true belief plus not true by luck. You only know something if your belief isn't true by coincidence. Causal theory. Your belief must be caused by the actual fact that makes it true. You know there's a tree outside because you see the tree. Your vision links your belief to the truth. Reliabilism. You know something if your belief comes from a reliable process like perception, memory, or logic that usually produces true beliefs. Defeasibility theory. You know something only if there's no hidden fact that could defeat your justification. Simple as a rock, man. Simple as a rock. You need to have these four things to make sure whatever you believe is justified, but at the same time is actually true, not by coincidence, not by luck, is actually true. The justified true belief is not enough to maintain a knowledge. That's what Gettier says here. Justified true belief is not enough to maintain a knowledge in your head. Yup. That's it for today, guys. Thank you for being here. Welcome. Episode 4 was great. Subscribe for episode 5.